over?
I am incredibly sorry. Yes, please start over. I am so.
I got such good RNG! Oh my
I
god!
am so sorry. I actually I just want to apologize. That is completely on me. That is.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just did it again. I just literally just accidentally muted the audio
Okay,
again.
so can people hear me?
Yeah, people can hear you now. I am so terribly sorry. That is 100% on me.
I
I just completely forgot to hit the switch because I have to hit like 3 or 4 switches for the audio for the stream to go live.
Okay.
And I just forgot about one, which was the audio. So
Alright.
I'm terribly sorry.
Okay, so
Alright.
that's a shame because I had probably some of the best RNG to open up Princess Remedy
And
that I've had in a long time.
I feel terribly sorry.
Okay, so hi everybody, welcome to the world of Princess Remedy. I'm Alpha-5 and I'm doing this introduction for the second time. So we have a quest. Our quest is to go heal everyone in Hurtland because obviously they're all hurt. And they suffer from various illnesses such as they don't want to get up because they've been sleeping all day. They're dead. One of them stared at the sun too long and their face melted. And some of them are just sad. And we heal them by shooting whatever is ailing them with healing elements like band-aids, pills, magical puffs of smoke, tiaras, frogs, things that cure illnesses, obviously. And this is hard 101%, meaning we're going to do this on the hard difficulty. And 101% means we have to get 101% item collection. We do that by doing every fight, because each fight gives you a heart, and opening every chest. However, there's one chest in the game that doesn't like it when you open any other chest before it, so we have to get to that chest first. And that means the first half of this run, I have absolutely no offensive upgrades. All I get are the hearts dropped by doing fights. So it makes the first half of the game really stressful, and the last half is just a nice, about 8 to 10 minute victory lap, depending on how poorly everything went at the start. And yeah, there's a lot of movement. I have to hold down the run button specifically after talking to everyone so it doesn't open the menu, because there are 10 action buttons in this game, and I can only realistically hit 5 of them. They all do the exact same thing. If you push it on the overworld, you open the menu. But if you hold it on the overworld, you run. And you use it to talk to people and mash text. And the fastest way to mash text is just to roll your hands across all the action buttons in order to actually get through everything. So you're going to hear a lot of clacking on my keyboard. That's going to be that. And also because I have to dodge it because this game is a mild bullet hell. But anyway, let's get this underway again.
Before we start, sorry to interrupt you. I just want to quickly shout out that we do have an incentive for this game still up for grabs, namely the bid war to Woo to Marry at the very end. So if you'd like to check that one out, the link to the incentive spreadsheet is up. If I can type, the link to the incentive spreadsheet is right there, and the link for donations is right there. So if you'd like to decide who Alpha gets to marry, then yeah,
there are 64 NPCs in this game. You can marry every single one of them. I picked 5 of the silliest ones, and yeah, it's good. Otherwise, we have to marry the prince, which is fastest. But yeah, we're gonna get this underway in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And okay, so that's the first boss. If I hold down too early while transitioning into the game, I won't move, and then I skip a cutscene by hitting escape. And we're gonna do this, and hopefully I get best RNG again, because these panes of glass move randomly, and I did not get best RNG, but that was second best RNG, so that's okay. This fight is scripted every time. As long as I throw the flask there, they always die at the same spot, and I've moved wrong. And so this one introduces the fire guys, and I got way worse RNG here, but that's fine. They do a lot of damage, and they shoot like a homing shot that does the most damage for a while. That fight's easy. Flowers are jokes, and there's 3 of them. Now we move on to the Sacred Grove. Let's see if I can get this first flask throw right. And come back here. Okay, so ways I do damage is I shoot bandages. They each do 1 damage. I throw this flask that does 8 times my shot damage, and I'm in the wrong position, so I have to do the slow strat for this because I messed that up really badly. But my body also does damage, and I take damage for that, but that means that if I use my body to run into things, I go faster. And I also lose health. So a lot of this gets really, really dicey sometimes because enemies right now aren't really so much of a problem. If I take another hit, I'm dead. But later enemies have a lot of health, and we want to get through them as quickly as possible. So we're going to be running into as many things as we can. Come back here, you stupid panes of glass. Oh man, they're being mean to me. This is one of my favorite fights in this is Mild Town or Fall Town. No, we're in Fall Town. Because you can't die in that fight. They just don't do enough damage. Let's see if I get the good flask throw here. That should be good. Yeah. Okay, so that was a good fight. And so my favorite thing is the music track in East is my favorite in the game, and it's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. And if we're going as fast as we can, we should never hear the track start looping, which is great. And then so there's this, and I got that flask throw, and these guys are being mean to me. I didn't want you. No, please stop. Okay, we're fine. That was bad. Okay, but we're out of East, and now we're moving to West, where every run goes to die horribly. West is where things become very tanky and awful. We have these purple guys. They have 8 health, and I took a hit, meaning I can't do the fast strat, which sucks, but whatever.
Do we have a minute?
Sure. I would just want to do this fast. Yeah, I just want to do a fast kill here. The next fight is pretty... Oh man, I got caught on the rock and I couldn't do it. Okay, this next fight's pretty slow, so we have a minute.
Alright, because we got a $20 donation from Nico, saying bottom left spider or riot.
So I'll explain bottom left spider. Thank you so much, Nico. So bottom left spider is my biggest contribution to this run. Is I forced everyone to... Oh, I accidentally held up too long. I forced everyone to do a fight that is incredibly difficult, and I messed up a flask throw really badly there, and this is gonna be hard. To save like a minute of time overall. Okay, this wasn't too bad. I didn't mess that up too bad. So the bats. Let's talk about bats. These are gonna be my least favorite things ever, because they have a tendency to just move however they want. On hard mode, they at least tend to run away from you. But sometimes they don't, and that can make this fight horrible. So let's see how many bats I get. Okay, that was 8. That was really good. I've gotten as low as 4 because they all just left, and that sucks. But the bats, when you kill them, they shoot out 3 shots. And I should mention that your body has iframes. Nothing else in the game has iframes except for you. But running into bats hurts. And now we're going to meet the worst thing ever, which is the ghosts. And let's see if I got it. Okay, good. I got that throw. That's a really hard throw to get. The ghosts have 14 HP. Running into them does 6 damage. And so your flasks do 8. So, and I took too much damage there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. You're dead. Alright. And these ghosts are going to be the bane of our existence for the next ever. And this fight can go very poorly if all the bats are really mean, and they were so mean. I only got 1 bat. But we're okay, and just trying to optimize as much damage as I do as possible. Keeping my health topped off because I need to use my body as a missile, which is great. And so far this run has gone pretty okay. In terms of pyramid, I haven't screwed up anything other than just like being slow. We haven't died yet, which is great. One thing that you can do in this game is to dodge bullets. You can run into the enemy to do damage instead, and sometimes, particularly for these shots that are all spiky and scary looking, that will do less damage. The one thing about the ghosts is that they're pretty easy to manipulate. They'll always move the closest way towards you. So if you want to pull them around, it's pretty easy to do. We're almost done with Pyramid, and so after this is Bottom Left Spider. Bottom Left Spider is the only sub-emote I have on my channel because it's great. This fight is the only fight I'm going to be quiet for. This is hard, and I'm stupid and I do it first, so let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm most certain, unless I like really mess up, I'm gonna be okay. Ah, oh, damn it! I spoke too soon. I thought I had enough time. The ghosts are pretty easy to dodge, but I didn't. I shouldn't have said anything. It would have been fine. This is going much better. This still saves on average time, even if you die to it, which is funny. And these purple guys are being really mean. The problem with this fight is that there's close quarters, and I'll show the fight that we skip later, because, I mean, I have to do it anyway, but we come back to it rather than doing it now. I'm sorry, Nico, I know you really wanted me to get Bottomless Spider first try, and I was so close to doing it. And what the heck? I miscounted. Okay. Everything is bad, but we're fine. I gave a healthy estimate for a reason. This is worst RNG, I got 0 bats. So there goes all of my hopes and dreams of having a really good run, but you know, when you mess up the only strat that you have, but so everything else is just gonna be fine. The rest of Spider Cave is not too bad, and this is by far the hardest part in the run. Is Spider Cave. But so we have a ton of ghosts. A lot of it's just lengthwise. And throwing your body at things, and you have no health to tank anything because, yeah. But I feel bad. Messed up the last one. I miscounted by 1 bandage. I'd only shot it once apparently. I thought I had shot it twice, and that would have been enough to kill it. And one of these is low, but I don't remember which one. And okay, well the answer was both. Okay, and this is the fight that I always screw up because it sucks. And I got good RNG. The bats can be unbelievably mean to you here. And that guy in the top right can hit you with his spinny thing, and when he does that, you can't hit him because your iframes are still active, so that really sucks, and this is going bad because they are not giving me any breathing room. Okay, I made it out, and this purple guy is kind of being nasty, but he's stuck there. Thank you, ghosts, for being actually in a good position for me.
I would just like to call out, because I don't think you're reading chat, but Nico is throwing some pretty good shade here. I'm just gonna read this out. Alpha representing the mystery crew for a blind remedy run. So...
yeah. Nico, thanks, Nico.
100, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no, Nico's giving me shade, but that is incredibly hard. But we're done with Spider Cave, and what's the time at right now?
The time is currently at 8:40, but this.
Oh, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. We're okay. That's so good. I got out of there under 9 minutes, so that's right on estimate. Yeah. So we've opened the Jealous chest. We opened also every other chest in the game that we've skipped so far, and now all I have to do is not forget any chests, and we're gonna be okay. And I definitely haven't done that on stream on a PB pace run. And I skipped this chest, which I need. So we skipped that fight up there, because this one gives you another power upgrade, and we really want that because it makes things die to flasks, because our shots now do 3 damage each, and flasks are really strong, as you can see. And if we didn't have that, basically what would end up happening is we can't kill these big yellow, these yellow and green weird-looking guys in one shot, and if we can't do that, then they can just shoot at us, and they suck, and everything's terrible. But we're fine here. We're doing fine. Just gonna go back here, and this does save time over doing this because he's got 4 of these guys in here, and I'm just gonna kill you this way so I can get more flasks onto these guys. And oh, that was a good throw. And I got these 2 left. Please don't die. Okay. And then we're just gonna go grab this and talk to this person. And we're almost done with the Moon Garden. I haven't been saying the names of the places. Spider Cave is obviously Spider Cave, and names of the towns are a bit silly, but bet you never would have guessed Pyramid is named Pyramid. As we walk past this gate, don't have enough hearts to open it yet, but on this asteroid we have these 2 characters that are actually characters from It'll Do, which, this is a Remar game. They did that, so, or Ludosity, he owns that, and he made this game. And I missed this guy with flasks, but that's fine. And let's see how well this fight goes. This one's actually one of my favorites just because I really like the way it looks and how everything kind of gets set up. And shooting fish in a barrel, or at least an 8-bit barrel. So that one guy kind of sneaks out because I blew up the barrel. Alright, and now we're moving on to Crystal Palace. I do a little bit of a different route here because I could go to the house on the left first to get an extra flask to make the bottom fights a little bit more bearable, but I don't like doing that fight before getting the health here. And if you go upstairs, it's only 2 extra tiles of movement for the extra flask, and these fights are easy, so oh, except if the suns decide to all immediately split. I've never actually seen that before. Come here. So the suns were really mean to me in that fight, and I've never seen them, but you want that extra flask for fights like this one. And I got this clean, so that's good. That felt good. And this is really the main fight that you want that extra flask for, because there's just so much garbage going on here, and it just sucks. And this is kind of the end of when we're going to be using our body for damage. We're not really going to be needing it super much after we get out of this black hole area. Oops. Little brain fart there. So this is the lonely house. We're going to talk to some girl. She just wants friends. She's lonely. So we're just going to tell her we're her friends for an excuse to complete the quest, and please don't die to homing shots. Oh my god. And then leave, so that's good. Goodbye, some girl. As we go into the warps that we've been collecting keys for. And we're gonna go back to the fight that we skipped to do Bottomless Spider 3 times because I love it so much. So there are 6 ghosts here, and a bunch of bats. And this is how we do that fight when we come back, and that takes like a minute 30 optimally because it just sucks. And it's really slow. But it's so much safer than Bottomless Spider. But like we probably didn't even lose that much time from doing it 3 times. It does take longer to refight that one. It takes 12 seconds instead of 4 because you just go into Bottomless Spider and everything instantly dies on the revisit, but it's way more satisfying. And I'm proud that I was able to screw over all of us by making everyone realize how much faster it was. Because it's just the best. So, Black Fortress, there's not a lot going on here. We're introduced to these green guys that have a ton of health, and these statues that move. On normal mode, they don't move. And also these Binding of Isaac heads. Now, if this guy moves down, everything is terrible. They move randomly, as most things do in this game. The Binding of Isaac guys, they follow the wall, and actually that was a little bit favorable, but if he moves down, it kind of makes that fight a cluster, so we don't really want to deal with that too much. As we are done with Black Fortress, and we're moving on to the Living End. And I'm just going to grab this for safety. It's a shot multiplier, because this fight here sucks a lot, because it introduces the hand. And like Mario 3, they ruin everything if they decide to move or do anything. They do an insane amount of damage. And I've missed so many flask shots, and this guy is not taking any damage, which is bad. I'm just gonna run away from him, waste some time, but I don't want to die anymore. Died enough on Bottomless Spider, so that fight's done. That's the scariest fight in this entire town. There's one that's kind of scary. Go grab a flask there. This one's pretty scary, and I don't know why I did it first. It takes longer to do this one first. So this fight is RNG if the hands come down, and I don't know what happened there. I've missed a flask somewhere. The one hand did, but this is actually pretty solid so far. I've lost over 30 seconds on this fight due to everything deciding to troll the hell out of me. This fight's just annoying. There's just a lot of green guys, they have a lot of health, and they move around randomly, so, you know. A lot of random enemy movement, a lot of different run every time type of deal. So we're gonna just keep opening chests. And we have, this fight is a joke, and it's really fun, it's satisfying, because your flasks will go and kill everything. So that's good. And we have this girl. She's sad. I really, it's a real shame, and I would really recommend playing this game because there's a lot of really good text in this game. Like this guy. Oops. It seems I must have put on some weight. He's a skeleton, so. And this fight is one of my least favorites, and I came up with a whole bunch of strategies to do it really well, and I came up with actually one earlier today. I got a really, really clean thing. The guys didn't even get to go all the way around, but I had forgotten it when I started doing that. And let's see, did I miss anything? No, okay, so we're safe. I didn't accidentally forget a chest. And we're going to enter the castle to ransack it as you're a princess from a foreign kingdom, so that's what you're obligated to do. And then we're going to go back to Black Hole for a little bit of backtracking, say hi to the apathetic frog who doesn't care. And then we're going to open this chest, which is the final power upgrade, and then we're going to skip through the hundreds of pages of text about your ex-girlfriend being mad at you for breaking up with her, because you broke her heart, and we fight these hearts that have the most health in the game. They have 128 health, and they can be really mean. They're actually pretty okay. That was actually, all of them can move into separate corners of the map, and you really want to kill them with your blasts. They just have so much health, and we're almost at the end of the game. We're almost done here. There's only 2 normal fights left, and now we just do tons of damage as we shoot our friend the frog. And some people like to do that fight last, but it doesn't save you any time to not do that fight last, and I do this fight last because it has every single enemy we've encountered in the entire game. So it's got 2 of them, and it is the seal of quality, or seal of quantity. Sorry, the seal of quality is in the sequel. He's perfect, and so that is every fight in the game. And we are going to go all the way up to Prince Hangst. And has anybody donated for my donation incentive? As we have...
Bottom left spider is still winning.
So. Oh, good. Thanks, Nico. So, this is the final boss. He's got a bunch of phases. However, unfortunately, his weakness is the fact that we DPS check him in every phase. So... basically, this is a minute 30 long auto-scroller. So we have Hype Snake, he's shooting woos at us. I'm really upset that he's not at the top, because I'd really like to see more of that just all over the place. And then our weapon, Apathetic Frog, stands in our way as his face turns to gray, and we move on to the final phase of the final boss, the aptly named That Guy, because the prince is suffering from being an angsty teenager, and as you can see, the pain lets us know we are alive. Your healing is not needed in this world. And so we're going to do what we do with every fight in the game. We're just going to get in his face, throw all of our flasks at the problem, and then not do anything else until he's dead. And that's the final boss. However, because I have to go marry bottom left spider, the game isn't going to end right now. So I'm just going to carefully mash through that because I didn't want to accidentally do anything. So we are out of fights, and I went to the wrong warp, but that's fine. So we have to marry bottom left spider. His name is Daddy. We're marrying Daddy, and that's time. Remedy became the queen of Healland. She and Daddy ruled justly, and they lived happily ever after. It is hereby illegal to step on spiders. 80 out of hearts, and this is just showing me in time 1939. That's not bad considering I lost a minute and a half. So that would have been a really good time. The end push button. And since we have a whole bunch of time after that, I want to show one thing off. So when you're starting a new game, you can hold right to unlock the real only category in this game, really Joel's dad difficulty. And your mother is telling you stuff that is completely, like, if there are dad difficulties going on. And we're just gonna fall down. That's the cutscene skip.
Your final time is 1938, so
yeah.
4 minutes, 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, that went. So like we can talk. Like really, Joel's dad walked past my video game and I couldn't get it to work again. The code had been beaten, replaced by high score digits, And so really Joel's dad difficulty, you see Apathetic Frog, he's sleeping, we can shoot him, we can't actually do any damage to him, and then we get shoved against the wall, and then Hype Snake comes, and the hype just keeps on rolling until we die. And I just wanted to show that off because it's silly. The gate to get out of the first area is infinity. It's just silly. But that's Princess Remedy in a World of Hurt. I hope everyone enjoyed it. It's a great game. Sorry I botched Bottom of Spider Nico. That would have been a 17 during a marathon, and that would have been unbelievably great. But only 2 deaths to me being stupid is totally acceptable. So, yeah.
Great run.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Do you have any Discord communities you want to link in chat?
What'd you say?
Anything? Do you have Discord community for your speed?
Yeah. So the only Discord community for our speed game, Princess Remedy, is Princess Remedy is just the Speedruns Live Discord, where we had all learned this game for SRL Season 2, and a very large amount of us spammed the hell out of this game because it's just so much fun. And the world record at the time for this category, when we had started running it, was 24 something. We've gotten it down to 1540 something, and it requires really good RNG, crisp execution, and properly rolling your hand on the keyboard to get through every text box. So it's shoutouts to ACMLM, who drafted all the damage charts. Even though we kind of knew them, we didn't really have a hard thing for it and making a task in this game, which is nuts. Pika Pals and Jackazam, also great runners of this game. Shout out to the mystery community. Probably gonna go race some dumb things. And yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
And thanks for running. That was amazing.